Hello, fifth graders. We have arrived at our final day of week 7. We are now prepared to take our performance task. You've had an awesome week with working with volume, perimeter, and area. Now it's time to put what you have learned to the test. It's going to be easy. I know that you can do this. Let's take a look at what we will be doing for our performance task today. Our performance test has us doubling the volume. I know you're like, what? What does that mean? Doubling the volume? I know you know we've been working with volume. I know you know that. But what are we doing with doubling? Doubling means that we're making it twice as large, right? Okay. So let's see what I'm giving you or what's been given for you to work on. So your task today is using the whole numbers 1 through 9. You can only use them one time each. You're going to be presented with 2 rectangular prisms. One is larger and one is smaller. You will need to find the volume and then double the volume of the second figure. So you have 2 rectangular prisms. One is smaller and one is larger. So of course, you're going to have to double the volume in order to figure out what the volume is for the larger figure. But of course, you have to take those numbers first, right? 1 through 9. You have to think about what kind of pattern do I need to make in order for me to double the volume. So I'm going to give you some time. Once you figure this out, please upload your solutions to Flipgrid. I can't wait to see what solutions you have. All right, now that you've submitted your solutions, let me show you a possible solution. We're going to start with a smaller rectangular prism. Here it is. And remember, we have numbers 1 through 9. We can only use each number one time. Well, first let's start off and recall, how do we find the volume of a rectangular prism? We will multiply the height times the width times the length. So again, we're thinking about the numbers that we have, and our challenge is to double. So let's start off with random numbers that I know that we can double. So 2 doubled is 4. So I started off with the height 2, the width 4. Then I thought about, okay, so 2 times 4 gives me 8, because remember, we're multiplying. And I just picked any number, and I went with 9. So 2 times 4 gives me 8, times 9 equals 72. But I'm using my calculator too to go back and check just to make sure. And here's my multiplication sentence to make sure also that I've written down the correct digits that are supposed to be in my problem. If you notice, I've also included the unit of measure. Don't forget that. So we've checked the problem. 72 cubic inches is the volume of our or my smaller rectangular prism. So we have that information. And now we have to move on to the larger one. So again, we are doubling. So 72 cubic inches. Well, 72 cubic inches doubled. 72 plus 72, or 72 times 2, equals 144 cubic inches. So that means that the bigger rectangular prism has to equal 144 cubic inches. Here are the numbers that we have remaining. Well, we doubled 2 digits in the first rectangular prism, so let's think about doing the same. What numbers, if we add them together, or add that number together, will give us the double digit? 3 and 6. 3 plus 3 gives me 6, or 3 times 2 gives me 6. So at least we have the first 2 digits, our height and our width. So again, to find the volume, we must multiply the height times the width times the length. And here's our figure. So again, we're using 3 as our height, 6 as our width, And we chose 8. So 3 times 6 is 18. And 18, got to pull out that calculator, right? That calculator. I need that calculator. The calculator gives me 144. Hey, we were looking for that. So, oh, wow, we doubled the rectangular prism. Well, again, let's double check. 3 times 6 times 8 in our calculator. The calculator agrees. 144 cubic inches is what we've gotten for our bigger rectangular prism. So let's put them side by side. Here's our smaller one and our volume. Here's our bigger one and our volume. Let's look at the digits that we used. So 2 plus 2 gives me 4. That's doubled. We see that. And 3 plus 3 gives me 6. We see that. Ooh, look. So 9 and then 8. I wonder how that worked, right? The 9 is greater than 8, but it's 1 more than 8. I wonder if you found a pattern and a solution that was similar to mine, and you saw these relationships with the 2 digits being doubled, and then the final digit to our equation being 1 less. Did that work in your solution? Again, like I said, I can't wait to see what you all will upload to Flipgrid. And again, here we are with our 2 prisms, our 2 rectangular prisms, doubled. Guess what? We've come to the end. Well done. You've had an awesome week working with area, perimeter, and volume. Can't wait till next week until I see you. Enjoy.